What's up, guys? It's Coach Gaglione here, and this is another edition of our Gags Goals Update. This is our Road to 198 series. Taking a little detour this weekend and actually making a stop in the 242 class. One time only. So if you've been following along, if you haven't, but I'm Coach Gaglione. I've been involved in powerlifting and coaching for over 13 years, and I've been as heavy as 340 pounds, and I'm chronicling my weight loss journey from a super heavyweight all the way back down to 198, which happens to also be the weight class where I started competing as an 18-year-old boy. So, using this weekend as a little bit of like a training day, a little bit of like a suit testing day, just doing a single lift, squat only. I didn't even know that was a thing, but RPS allows it. So I'm doing a squat only equipped contest in the 242 class. I weighed in at 228. I didn't do any type of sweating or kind of water cutting for this particular event. And the main reason, one of my kind of bucket list goals is to squat 800 pounds or more in 6 different weight classes. I've done it in 4. I've done 900 at super heavyweight, done 850 as a light 308, done 805 at 275, 770 at 242. So that's why I'm doing this meet at 242. And then I did an 800 pound squat at 220 in the 220 class this past April. So as my body weight's starting to drop, I plan on competing in 198 in November. I want to just take this opportunity to test out a new suit. I'm testing out the Ultra Pro. I did only one workout in it, and I actually signed up for the meet, I pinky promise, before testing the suit out. So I want to use this as a training day to work on my skill. We will have a podcast as well, kind of talking about the advantages and some of the reasons why you'd want to do a single lift contest. So I'm just going to use it as a training day. I didn't peak for it. I did all my training this week. Obviously I'm resting today. It's Friday at the time of this taping, but I still did all my upper. I did, all my lower body work, my deadlifts, my squats, my bench press, second bench workouts, and all my accessory training. Just moved everything up a day just so I had Friday because I had to drive up to weigh-ins and that sort of thing. So just plan on eating up a little bit. I still want to perform well, but I'm not going to go crazy. I don't need to like rehydrate to like 250 or anything like that. But I plan on being, if I could be like 235 on the platform, I weighed in at 228. I think that'll be good just to make the suit fit a little tighter. And again, this Ultra Pro is adjustable, so I'm hoping that I'm going to eventually have to get a tighter brief underneath. I spoke with my buddy Chris Delafav. He was saying that he tends to like the suit with less brief and more less suit and more brief, so you can get the straps a little bit tighter. So I'm going to kind of take his advice, being over 1,000-pound squatter, and see how that goes. So I think I got some toast in my in my beard. Anyways, that's kind of, I'll give you some updates. I'm going to open at 7:35. Kenna is going to help me. One of my friends and someone I've coached for the past couple of meets handled her at the Arnold. She took first place in the 165s. So it's nice that our kind of teammates and friends are returning the favor. That's part of powerlifting. I think that's really important. Another thing, just kind of note, I went to this diner. I just think it's a little bit of a cool story, but kind of hole in the wall place. It really looked sketchy on the outside, but it was nice. It was actually pretty nice on the inside. Very friendly people, good service, good food. Just kind of a reminder not to judge a book by its cover. A lot of times with social media, we kind of judge people and by these snapshots, there's like little single events, just one picture, or one caption, or a YouTube video. We don't really know these people. We don't really know like their true self. So I think it's really important that we don't judge people like in a single event or a single instance. Like I said, if I judged this restaurant, this diner, by just how it looked on the outside, I wouldn't have had this great experience. The staff was really friendly. And if I just kind of judged by the appearance. So a lot of times we don't really truly know the substance of a person or a place until we actually go in and experience it for ourselves. So I just think it was a good lesson. Not powerlifting related, but I think that's good. But I think whether you're looking for a coach or a powerlifting team, I think it's important that you just actually try it and give it a chance and actually learn about that person a little bit more, learn about that team before you kind of make a snap judgment. I think a lot of us, with this age of technology, if you're watching this right now, like on YouTube or whatever, like we can make these quick judgments and then we don't always get like the full picture. So guys, a quick recap of the day. Taking the mindset that you win and you learn. So basically the day was a little bit weird. The second flight was very short, so I kind of had to skip around a bunch of warm-ups. And also one of the things I learned with the Ultra Pro suit it takes a lot of time to adjust the strings, and we didn't really factor that in. So I ended up having to skip 2 warm-ups. I did raw warm-up with 1 plate. I did that twice. I put my briefs on after that at 2 plates. I jumped actually right to, so I guess I skipped a couple warm-ups, skipped 3 warm-ups. I went right up to 4 plates, and then I had to jump to 6 plates in my suit. That felt a little wonky. I did have a little bit of a tweak in my lower back from the Thompson-style squats this past Sunday, so I was not fully recovered, but it was okay because I did not peak or taper for this meet, which is all right, and that was kind of the goal, to use it as a training session. So, but that was kind of getting in my head a little bit, I'm not going to lie. From there, the plan was to do 685, and I thought we had enough time, but we did not. So by the time I was about to start wrapping and do it, the 3rd flight had already started, so I kind of messed it up. There was a little bit of a rookie move. So between adjusting the strings of the suit, I had to end up skipping my last warm-up. I elected just to pick, so I picked 695. So I had to go from 605 right to 735. So I made a 135-pound jump, which is a lot bigger of a jump than I like to do for my opener. I used to like to be within 40, 50 pounds of my opener typically. What's funny is this actually happened before when I squatted 900 a long time ago. But anyway, so I actually ended up smashing my opener of 735. I thought it was actually a good lift, but I got 2 reds. And since it was a single lift meet, I just elected to go up anyway. It was a very smooth lift. It was one of my faster 735 squats. I thought it looked good. I would have gave myself a white light from the side. I thought it was a good attempt. So I went up to 800. The 800-pound squat moved really well. And that was kind of my goal. That was my goal for today. And I stood up really strong with it. But I got called high 2-1. I got 1 white light from the head judge. And from there, I just had to make sure that the one judge actually said I was 6 inches high, which is a little crazy. I thought the squat could have went either way, but judging from the front, I probably would have gave myself a red. Judging from the side, I think it could have went either way. So I was fine with that. So I wanted to sink it a little bit lower. I elected not to make the suit a little bit tighter. I could have. I have no marks on my legs, so there's definitely room for improvement. So on my 3rd attempt, I got to depth on that one. There was no question. I was definitely below parallel. But unfortunately, I kind of tweaked my lower back. I kind of lost my spinal position. I got a little bit folded, and I got stuck about halfway up. So I just didn't have enough oomph out of the bottom. So bottom out for me, but I was really happy to move 800 pounds. So even though I'm not able to technically cross off my bucket list goal of squatting 800 at 242, I still stood up with 800 pounds, which was my goal. I've never been able to squat 800 pounds without peaking. I've never been able to squat 800 pounds without a taper. So that's really good. I've never been able to squat 800 pounds in an off season before. So that's really good. And like I said, the suit was not even really fully tight. I need to work on the coordination of the up call with myself and Benny, whoever's calling my depth, probably the Volkswagen Beetle or the War Wagon. If he earns his stripes back, we'll call him the War Wagon again. So a couple of people, I want to thank Benny for helping me out today. Benny also had a PR of 200 kg at 440 raw bench, did amazing. Opened with smashed 410, hit a strong 440 and just missed 450 on his 3rd, but good enough for a 200 kg bench, so we'll definitely include some video of bench and Benny. This was really fun to do with him. The single lift is fun, so stay tuned for our podcast on single lifts and why I think it's a good idea. So this was a really good, I just treated it as a training session. It was a fun meet. It was really cool to stand up with 800 pounds pretty handily. I'm very confident I'll be able to squat 800 pounds at 198 in November, so that's going to be the goal, 4 times body weight. I weighed in at 228, so I could get the suit much tighter. I'm going to get a new pair of briefs, also because my briefs are very loose. So all in all, there's a lot of benefit. I also learned my rock height is 12, and I'm going to write that down. It's really important. So I know my rock height is 12 at the RPS meets in gear, because that was something I kind of botched on the meet in April. So you went and you learned a lot of good stuff here. I really appreciate you guys watching, following along my journey on my road to 198. Thank you guys for watching. I still am on a quest to squatting 800 pounds in 6 weight classes. So 242. This isn't goodbye, but I'll see you later. But on to 198. So 198 is our next stop. for the full contest. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out the links below, and please subscribe if you want to support the program. Check out the links below. Sorry, got out of order there. And then until next time, stay strong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.